Hello friends, welcome to Physics Live channel. Today we are going to study some equations in analog electronics. For a resistor, voltage is equal to IR, current into resistance. Capacitor, voltage is equal to Q by C. Voltage is equal to 1 by C integral I dt. For a capacitor, current is equal to C dV by dt. For an inductor, voltage is equal to L di by dt, where L is the inductance. I is equal to 1 by L integral V dt. Short circuited means V is equal to 0. In V is equal to 0, resistance is equal to 0, inductance is equal to 0, capacitance is equal to infinity. For open circuited means current is equal to 0, in which resistance is equal to infinity, inductance is equal to infinity, capacitance is equal to 0. For a series connection, we consider the series connection of R1, R2, R3. So the total resistance, that is R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. For a capacitors which is in series connection, that is 1 by C is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. For inductors, L is equal to L1 plus L2 plus L3. For parallel connection, 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. For C is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3, 1 by L is equal to 1 by L1 plus 1 by L2 plus 1 by L3. Consider this figure, that is R1 and R2 are series connection and voltage V is applied. So here R1 and R2 which has different voltages, V1 is equal to the voltage divide here, that is V1 is equal to R1 divided by R1 plus R2 into V, V2 is equal to R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into V. That is directly proportional to the resistance. V is directly proportional to resistance. Here the voltage is applied here. There is C1 and C2 capacitors which is in series connection. V1 is equal to C2 divided by C1 plus C2 into V. V2 is equal to C1 divided by C1 plus C2 into V. That is, which is inversely proportional to the capacitance. Here B1 means here C2. For inductors series connection, the voltage is divided as V1 is equal to L1 divided by L1 plus L2 into V. V2 is equal to L2 divided by L1 plus L2 into V. For a current division, we know that just consider the circuit. There is R1 and R2, R3 are parallel connection. So here current divides. So I1 is equal to V by R1 is equal to R2, R3 divided by R1. R1, R2 plus R2, R3 plus R3, R1 into I. I2 is equal to V by R2, that's equal to R1 R3 divided by R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R3 R1 into I. 3 is equal to V by R3, that's equal to R1 R2 divided by R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R3 R1 into I. Kirchhoff current law, we know that summation of current is equal to 0, that is I entering is equal to I leaving in a junction. And Kirchhoff voltage law, that is algebraic sum of voltage is equal to 0, that is V drop is equal to V gain. For a diode, we consider that is the input voltage is greater than or equal to the diode voltage, means it is the diode is non-state. The input voltage is less than the diode voltage, means that is off state. For a silicon diode, the diode voltage, that is 0.7, for germanium 0.3. For an ideal diode, we get that VD, the diode voltage is equal to 0. There is no barrier potential. So we consider the diode on state means in a short circuited and off state means an open circuited. We consider the inverting op amp, in which we have the inverting terminal and a non-inverting terminal. Here R1 and R2. R2 is the feedback resistance. Vout is equal to minus of R2 by R1 into Vin. Non-inverting op amp, VO is equal to 1 plus R2 divided by R1 into Vin. In non-inverting op amp, the voltage input which is connected to the non-inverting terminal. In inverting op amp, the voltage input is connected to the inverting terminal. Okay. Consider the Thevenin's theorem. Current I is equal to VTH divided by RTH plus RL. RL is the load resistance. VTH is the Thevenin voltage. RTH is the Thevenin resistance. For a semiconductor device, we know that when temperature increases, resistance decreases, that is negative temperature coefficient. For a forward current for a diode, that is equal to ID is equal to IS into e raised to VD by eta VT minus 1. Okay, where VT is the thermal voltage and IS is the reverse saturation current. VD is the voltage across diode. Eta is the ideal factor for germanium silicon, that is equal to 1. VT is equal to kBT by E, that's equal to T by 11,600. At room temperature, VT is equal to 26 MV. Okay, the forward current of a diode, that is ID is equal to IS into e raised to VD by eta VT minus 1. For a half wave rectifier, we know that V0 is equal to Vm sin theta from 0 to pi, 0 for pi to 2 pi. V average of half wave rectifier, that is Vm by pi. Vrms is equal to Vm by 2. I average is equal to Im by pi. Irms is equal to Im by 2. Form factor is the ratio of Vrms by V average, that is also equal to Irms by I average. Form factor is equal to pi by 2, 1.57 for half wave rectifier. Ripple factor is the gamma, that is equal to under root form factor square minus 1, that is equal to 1.21. The ripple factor, that is gamma, is equal to under root form factor square minus 1, that is equal to 1.21. And the efficiency eta is equal to output by input, that's equal to power output divided by power input, that's equal to 40% for half wave rectifier. For a peak inverse voltage, that is maximum voltage across the diode when it is reverse bias, that is peak inverse voltage, that is equal to Vm for a half wave rectifier. For a bridge wave full wave rectifier, we get the output as Vm sin theta for 0 to pi time period. V average is equal to Vm by pi. I average is equal to Im by pi. Vrms is equal to Vm by root 2. Irms is equal to Im by root 2. Form factor is equal to 1.11. Ripple factor, that's equal to 48%. And the peak inverse voltage, that's equal to Vm. Transistor, for a transistor we have biasing, that is here junctions are emitter base junction and collector base junction. We connect emitter base and collector base as a forward and reverse bias in which the region is active, which is in the amplifier, and the two junctions are forward biased means saturation region, which is used in closed switch, and reverse bias, both are in reverse bias, it is the region of cutoff and it is used in open switch. And the emitter base junction as reverse bias, collector base junction as forward bias. This is inverted region, which is gain factors in common base, common collector and common emitter biasing. Gain factors in common base, common collector, common emitter biasing, that is common base, that is alpha is equal to IC by IE, common emitter beta is equal to IC by IB, common collector IE by IB, gamma is equal to IE by IB. The relation between gamma, beta and alpha, gamma is equal to 1 by 1 minus alpha, that's equal to beta plus 1, beta is equal to alpha divided by 1 minus alpha. For inverting summing op amp, we have VO is equal to minus RF by R into V1 plus V2 plus V3. This is the inverting summing op amp. For a non-inverting summing op amp, VO is equal to 1 plus RF by R1 into V1 plus V2 plus V3 into 1 by 3. For an integrator, we just change RF by a capacitor. The Vout is equal to minus 1 by RIC into integral Vi dt. Ri, when input resistance changes with a capacitor, it is act as a differentiator. Vo is equal to minus RFC dVi by dt. Okay. In a op amp, we change feedback resistance with an inductor. It is behaves as a differentiator. Vo is equal to minus L by Ri divided, Vo is equal to minus L by Ri into dVi by dt. When input resistance, that is replaced by inductor, that is behaves as an integrator, Vo is equal to minus RF by L into integral Vi dt. Commonly we can understood, that is we have a ramp. If it differentiate, we get a step function. We differentiate the step function, which we get the spike. If you integrate the spike, we get step. By integrating step, we get ramp. Okay, This common idea helps to find the output of each differentiator and integrator. Okay. A part of output to the input means that is feedback. We have same phase and out of phase feedbacks. Same phase, that is positive feedback. Out of phase, that is negative feedback. Positive feedback is used in oscillators in which the gain increases and also distortion increases. In negative feedback, gain decreases but the gain is stable, distortion is less, bandwidth is increases, impedance improved. We have the negative feedback, the gain is decreases by 1 plus AVMV fraction, that is AVF is equal to AV divided by 1 plus AVMV, where AV is the gain without feedback, AVF is the gain with feedback, MV is the feedback fraction. MV is equal to R1 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay, the resistors which present in the feedback circuit. The distortion also decrease in negative feedback, that is dVF is equal to dV divided by 1 plus AVMV. Said input, that is increased by 1 plus AVMV. Said input F is equal to said input into 1 plus AVMV. Said output F is equal to said out divided by 1 plus AVMV. Positive feedback, we have the gain increases, AVF is equal to AV divided by 1 minus AVMV. Okay, for a condition for an undamped oscillation, that is Barkhausen criterion, that is AVMV is equal to 1. This is the condition for an undamped oscillation. Okay, thank you friends. Keep